Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from gorgeous San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are fired up and ready for a fantastic Wednesday. True power really is learning how to let go quickly. True power is learning how to let go quickly. Another quick statement from one of my favorite books in the world says this: like a city whose walls are torn down is a man who lacks self-control. Like a city whose walls are torn down is a man who lacks self-control. So let's have a quick conversation about that. The first thing I'd like to say, I'm going to have a bunch of little one-liners in here because I want to keep it sweet and simple today. Everybody has temper tantrums now and then. How long you choose to remain in that determines your strength and your power. Everybody has them. Kids, adults, old folks. I mean, in the nursing homes. My child had a fly and it's never raisin. And then grandpa's mad for 2 weeks. Everybody struggles with it. Everybody has opportunity multiple times a day to be offended, to be upset, to get stressed out, to get the panties in a bunch, to get all upset and angry about things that cannot be controlled. One of the things I love talking to my kids about is I say, you know, the good old Bible ain't so much about how to be a good little boy, be a good little girl. It's about how to recover quickly when you blow it. If you take the time to really read the book, most of the people in there blew it. And quite frankly, often. And learning how to recoup quickly. And then, of course, as we move into the New Testament, we learn ways to handle our stuff before it gets out of control, with the knowledge of what to do when we blow it. So here's what I would like to suggest. It's okay to get in a funk. It's okay to get your feelings hurt. It's okay to be offended. The true power will be how quickly you can let it go, how quickly you can decide. And by the way, I want you to know something. You get to decide. You get to decide when it's over. Well, I'm just in a funk. Really? Who told you that? What? Who told you that? Huh? Excuse me? Baking powder? Who told you you're in a funk? Well, I suppose I did. Fantastic. So what can we learn about that? If you can tell yourself you're in one, what else can you tell yourself? I'm going to be in a funk until 8:55 this morning, and then the funk, and then I'm done. I'm letting it go. Let it go, let it go. I'm sorry, parents, I know you haven't heard that in a long time. Listen, guys, how quickly you can let it go will determine what happens to you, because here's the visual I would like for you to picture. With me, with 4 boys, they enjoy spending time outside. So if anybody's ever seen Malcolm in the Middle, my home and yard goes through seasons where it looks like Malcolm. I mean, it takes a lot of maintenance, and these kids destroy the grass running on it and playing. It's just, I mean, it's really hard to keep the place looking like Shangri-La, guys, because they're so active. Have you ever left something pretty big without knowing it on a patch of grass and you don't realize it until you go out to the lawn one day and you lift it up, and now you have this gigantic, in the perfect shape of the object that was covering it, chunk of dark brown grass that's just about dead. Everything else is green, but now you have this big chunk, and you're just like, really? Well, I want you to think about this. When we get our hissy fits, and when we will not suck it up, buttercup, and when we stay in our I'm so mad, it's like we're that patch of grass, and our own anger, offense, and frustration and refusal to let it go is like placing a brass cover over our ability to receive what we need from the good Lord, from other people, from relationships. And before we know it, we get jacked up. We get all messed up, and our nourishment is not there. We're not vibrant. We're not excited. We're not passionate. And in our desire to, I want it my way, we end up hurting ourselves. It's like the patch of grass puts the lawn chair over itself and just experiences the lack of nourishment, the lack of growth, the lack of sunshine, all of the things that make it beautiful. So here's my suggestion today. Get good and get quick at getting over it as fast as you can. Learn to let it go. Remember, a city, like a city whose walls are torn down. And what does that mean? That simply means any old thing can come in there and tear it up and rip it off if it wants to, because that wall is there to fortify the city, to protect its inhabitants, to protect what's inside, to protect the treasures, to keep out the things that would be a threat to it. That's why they used to build walls around the city back in the days, guys. They would do that. It was a defense. Our ability to decide quickly to let stuff go keeps that wall high, keeps our good stuff in, and allows us to be in control of what comes in and out. Decide today. You are the guard at the gate of your heart. Have a great day, guys.